How's it going, guys? Football-ManagerYouthDevelopment.co.uk here. We are today starting a brand new gameplay series. We will be managing Swansea, and the aim of this gameplay save file is to just make as much money as possible. We will be looking to use the Moneyball approach, and this includes buying and selling players at the right time. I think doing a series on the Moneyball approach should allow me to develop youth players, as I like doing, and also be quite interesting just to see how much money we can make with Swansea. I also decided to go with Swansea as they were predicted to finish 10th in the Premier League, which is exactly midway. We are today going to be playing a game away against West Brom, which is going to be our first Premier League game. We'll just have a real quick look at the friendlies just before we do get into our first Premier League game though. A little bit of a mixed bag, to be honest. I was playing around with quite a few tactics, quite with mixed success. I was really happy with the last game against Hamburg where we won that 1-0. The tactic that I've been playing around with at the moment is this one. So the aim basically is to try and get our fullbacks forward as quickly as possible. We got the three in the midfield. I'm allowing Jonjo Shelvey to push forward as much as possible. I'm going to be using sort of like a more attacking advanced playmaker as well, just to, try and get a little bit of creativity in the middle of the park, but I don't necessarily want them to be shooting all the time. I'm going to be using the pace and skill of Andre Ayew on the left wing as well, and hopefully using Gomez up front as an advanced forward should be pretty good for us. I did want to maybe use him as a target man, but yeah, when I was going through the sort of friendlies pre-season, it wasn't particularly working out too well. So yeah, I'm going to give it a go using him as an advanced forward. In terms of team instructions that we're going for this season, I've decided to play slightly higher. We're going to be closing down more, we're going to be retaining possession, and I'm going to look to shoot on sight. That might be something that I change a little bit, sort of depending on how things go, but hopefully all these tactics and things here should do us pretty well for the beginning of the season. In terms of transfers in and out of the club, I have signed a couple of players that I'll show you in a minute. Going out of the club, we unfortunately needed to sell Sigurdsson, who was our best player, but Chelsea came in with a £22 million offer. And yeah, to be honest, the offer was a little bit too good to turn down, I felt. And yeah, he really just wanted to leave. So I just tried to get as much money as I could for him. The other player, or sort of big money player to leave the club, is Ki Sung Young, and he ended up going to Paris Saint-Germain for £14 million. Again, he decided to come to me and he just said, look, I want to leave the club and etc. So to be honest, I just try to get as much money for him as well. Taking a quick look at the players that we have managed to sign. So we got a guy for £71,000 and his name is Fredrik Aldrup Jensen. Pretty decent player. You can see that we got him from a club called Odd. His contract was actually running out at the end of the season, so I decided to get him for pretty cheap. In terms of his value at the moment, he's worth 575k. I will look to sort of play him in as many games as I can. With him being only 22 years old, hopefully he'll be able to develop as much as possible, increase his value, and then we can look to make a return on that 71k that we bought him for. The second player that we signed was a guy called Levi Madinda. Again, this guy I managed to get for £2.5 million, got him from Celta. So his main attributes really, and he's going to be best used as a ball winner midfielder, I do believe. He's got really good work rate, really good bravery, quite high strength. He's 23 years old at the moment, but I do think that with enough games under his belt, I do think that he's going to be able to develop as much as possible. So we'll just take a real quick look at the team that I have picked for today. We got Fabianski in goal, Rangel, Williams, Amat, Taylor, Jonjo Shelvey, Madinda, Britton, Routledge, Ayew and Gomez up front. I'm really just looking for us to get off to a good start today. Obviously the pre-season friendlies weren't exactly magical, so yeah, hopefully we'll be able to sort of push forward in this game. Okay, so we're in the first 18 minutes of the game. It's still 0-0 at the moment. We've had a lot of possession. Goal kick from Fabianski. Pretty bad kick, to be honest with you. Comes forward, and yeah, Leon Britton luckily manages to get that away. You can see we've had 75% of the possession at the moment. We have a throw-in on the right-hand side here. The ball comes into Gomez, and Routledge has a shot which goes out for a corner. Jonjo Shelvey crosses the ball in. Manages to keep possession of the ball, goes out to Rangel, and unfortunately that doesn't amount to anything. We come forward with a ball here. Taylor inside to Britton. Taylor again inside to Gomez, and this is 1-0 to Swansea, guys. So this is our first goal in our gameplay series, and yeah, hopefully more of these to come. So Taylor with a fantastic cross, Gomez completely on his own in the middle pretty much, and yeah, he powers it right into the roof of the net. 1-0 to Swansea. Okay, so at half time it's still 1-0 to Swansea. I don't think I'm too happy with the amount of chances that we are sort of wasting, so I am going to get rid of the shoot on sight. Yeah, sort of roll, and what we're going to be looking to do is just keep the morale of the players really high. So yeah, I'm going to tell them that I'm happy with their performance, just to make sure that everyone's, you know, kind of really motivated for the second half, and we'll see how we get on. Okay, so into the second half now, Gomez, and the ball goes into the back of the net. That was a Chester own goal by the looks of things, but it is 2-0 to Swansea. We've moved up to first place in the league, and yeah, Gomez wins the header. The goalkeeper kind of flaps at it, and it looks like James Chester, unfortunately for him, puts the ball into his own net. So you can see here, I'll just pause it real quickly, but yeah, we've had 15 shots, 5 on target, 72% of the possession so far. So pretty happy with that. Obviously I'm hoping for a few more shots that are going to go on target now I've got rid of the shoots. Shoot on sight, attacking duty basically. Now the fact that I've got rid of that, hopefully we should see a few more shots on target. Okay, so we're up to the 75th minute now. I've just made a couple of changes to our tactics just to try and hopefully see out this game. So just decided to take off AU and just bring on our new Danish midfielder just in the middle, just to like shore things up. I've dropped Shelby into a little bit more of a deeper role, and yeah, Gomez is now a target man, hopefully just so he can hold up the ball basically. What I'll probably look to do is just make another change maybe on about the 84th, 85th minute or something like that, just to wind down the game a little bit more as well. Perfect. So the whistle has just gone, guys, and we did actually manage to win our first game 1-0. To be honest, I'm really happy with that game. Considering how our sort of pre-season friendlies went, they weren't exactly fantastic. You can see here the majority of the players did actually manage to get over a 7 in the average ratings as well. In terms of the sort of player stats and things like that, I'm really happy with the amount of key passes that some of the players managed to get. For example, Gomez managed to get 4 key passes, which is pretty decent. Leon Britton managed to get 3. Neil Taylor got 3 as well. Looks like Ashley Williams managed to get 3 key tackles in as well, and he won the majority of his headers as well, which is fantastic. He made 20 interceptions, and yeah, no wonder he did actually manage to get the man of the match in the end with an average rating of 8.5. So really happy with Ashley Williams' contribution in this game. So after our first game, we are actually sitting in second place in the Premier League. Obviously really good start, but certainly a really long way to go in this season. The next game is more than likely going to be the Crystal Palace game. So we've got games against Tottenham, Stoke, we've got a game in the Capital One Cup, and we've also got a game against Southampton. In the next episode, I will be showing you highlights of all these games that we're going to be playing. And yeah, we're obviously going to be showing the Crystal Palace game live. If you have liked this episode, guys, please do comment on the video, like the video, and of course subscribe to the channel, and you'll be able to see the next episode in our series. Thanks for watching.